Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. Cindy Dole with Eric Stromer. We love to help improve your home, improve your life. I really was searching for some Bayou music for you, Eric.
Well, that's the song I think I danced to in high school and went kind of crazy and pulled a groin.
Instead, you're pulling alligators out of swamps.
I'm pulling alligators out of the bayou. Yeah, it's amazing. We're helping a nice family down here remodel a home, so it's kind of great.
Great. Well, so let's talk about these TVs. And as I was walking the walls and the halls of I was walking the walls. It was 30-plus football fields of techno stuff in Vegas at this Consumer Electronics Show this past week. And, I wore tennis shoes. But we're seeing a lot of TVs that are going to be 3D. Are you into 3D, Eric?
You know, once your eyes get used to it, I am. But there's that weird acclimation period that it takes about 5 or 10 minutes to adjust. But once you're there, it's kind of cool.
Well, so let's hear from LG. This is Michael Alessi, and they have it all. It's this thin TV with all these new gizmos. Let's give them a listen.
2012, LG is going to release a 55-inch 3D OLED TV, meaning organic LED. What that is a material that is able to emit its own light, so there's no backlighting that's needed, as in a conventional LED or LCD TV, where you need a backlight, which doesn't give you as great of a contrast ratio because of light leakage. So you actually achieve an actual black level on an OLED TV, meaning that the pixels shut off completely. And in this TV, because of that, you're able to also reproduce 20% wider color gamut. What that means is you're able to produce more colors in an OLED TV than you are in a conventional LED TV.
Now, is this a 3D TV too?
This is also, so 3D is a function or a feature of the OLED TV. It's first and foremost a great 2D TV, so you can view all your regular TV programming in 2D, and then have the option to watch it in 3D. So there's a couple different ways to do that. You have 2D to 3D conversion, where you can convert 2D content to 3D and view it that way, or if you have a 3D Blu-ray player or a set-top box from a cable provider that offers 3D channels like HBO, some ESPN has dedicated 3D channels, you can use that to view 3D as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's super, super thin. I mean, I'm standing here.
It is. So because there's no backlight available or needed in an OLED TV, you're able to achieve a 4 millimeter thin screen. So one of the thinnest that will be available on the market, and it also has our smart TV functionality.
So where are the cords? I mean, if I were to put this on my wall,
so you can put it on the wall. The electronics are all in the base of the TV, so you can still achieve that thin screen. The base can actually mount on the back of the TV, and then you can mount the whole unit onto your TV.
Do you have this in your home already?
I don't. It's not going to be released until about second half of this year.
You get the sneak preview.
But I hope to have it in my home someday. Yeah.
But it's so. I mean, this one with the 3D capability, it's hard to watch without the 3D glasses.
Right.
Someone's making me dizzy.
Yeah.
You would have 3D glasses at home then?
Yeah, so you have these 3D glasses, which are very lightweight. They're not active shutter. They're polarized glasses. There's a film on the TV that enables you to watch 3D with such comfortable, lightweight glasses. Whereas competitors use active shutter, and there's constant shuttering in the glasses that give you the 3D effect. This just gives you a better overall 3D viewing experience.
Wow. So it's so good it's better than theater, right?
Yeah, it's actually similar to what is in theater, the same type of glasses, but I mean, from the comfort of your home, you're able to now view that 3D experience right at home without having to go to the movies.
Nice.
And it's cheap. The glasses are inexpensive too. You get 6 in the box right out of the box, so you have your family set, and they're pretty inexpensive too. So you can get a bunch for friends, family to watch a big game or a movie or anything like that without any extra cost to you.
It's a fashion statement too.
Yeah. So now the ones that come in the box are a little less fashionable, but some big name 3D or big name glasses makers are coming out with 3D glasses. Oakley has a pair. Alan Mickley has some coming out. Another Gunner. So there's high-end glass companies that are coming out with 3D glasses because of the whole 3D craze that's happening right now. Yep.
So the hot thing about this is super thin. It's super crisp.
Yep, super thin. best picture quality.
And what about if I
best
glare?
Contrast ratio.
If I glare in my home, the window, like the light behind me is coming in.
The light behind you, yeah, you're not going to get too much glare. I mean, the contrast ratio is so good. I mean, you can see us looking at the TV right now.
Yeah.
Only when the TV is off you get that glare. When the TV's on, you're viewing bright, vivid picture, and you don't get any glare or anything like that.
Everyone's coming up and holding it and like trying to pinch it.
Yeah, everybody wants to touch it. It's bright, shiny new thing. Everybody wants to touch. Yeah.
So this is the thinnest TV that's on the market.
Well, one of the thinnest. But it's the world's largest 3D OLED TV.
It's got to be the thinnest, the biggest, the world something or other. Eric, you were talking earlier about trying to mount these thin screen TVs. What did you get from this guy at LG? Does that seem like
I'm concerned because, you pull the thing out from the wall and try and teeter it, and it just feels like it's going to bend right in half. So I got to find out the rigidity of these things before I keep hanging them on the wall.
Okay. Well, so that is one of the TVs. Now there's this other one. It's by Verizon Fios, and your kids are going to want this. It's basically on Xbox. It was launched before Christmas, and it's gesture and voice controlled.
One of the great things about Xbox is that it comes with a device called a Kinect controller. And that's the controller that you see down at the bottom where that little device. Mm-hmm. And that has microphones in it. It has a couple cameras. And what that allows you to do is use voice commands and gesture commands to control your video service or your interface on the Xbox, as well as using the game controller, which is the more traditional method. So you can see us in the video picture.
Right.
And if I take my hand and
you're waving left and right.
It's hard because now it sees my hand.
Oh, and it recognizes.
And I'm waving. Now you see my hand is purple. See the hand on the screen? That is my hand. And if I leave it here, I can select that. And now I'm going into the Verizon Fios service.
Are you going to select channels also with your hand?
I can select channels with my hand, and I can manipulate all of the menu.
Volume, everything.
With my hand.
So no more clicker.
Well, not only can you do that, so here we are on the screen, and you see it sees my hand, and now I can go into TV listings.
Uh-huh.
And here what you're seeing is a channel lineup of 26 channels that we've put onto this service to start. There will be more in the future.
You're sliding the page like you do.
So all I'm doing is I'm putting the hand on the side of the screen, and I'm flicking from left to right to change the channel that is being displayed. And when I find one that I like, and let's say that we want to watch ESPN News,
all right,
then I can select that channel, if it will let me.
To select it, you're kind of hitting it a little.
I'm trying to get it over so that I get the little green part.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Now we're selected a channel, and we can go into that channel and we can watch it.
Okay.
Now, as I'm doing that, though, it's watching my hand. And so if I decide, no, I made a mistake, my hand is still on the screen, and I can then go and I can stop that channel. Here, I'm stopping that channel, and I can go back out and come back to the menu so that I can select something else.
Isn't that fun?
Now, in addition to that, so that's gesture control.
It almost makes it easier to get to your channel, it feels like.
One of the things that I think people are looking for in this day and age, where now we have devices like iPads from Apple, where there's a lot of gestural interfaces. People are getting away from pushing buttons to get what they want.
We don't want a mouse.
They don't want a mouse. Mm-hmm. What people want is to use motions and movements that feel natural. And so what we are doing in this experience is we are bringing that more natural feeling interface to a television experience. And we think that this is a really great thing because, it makes watching television even that more enjoyable.
It feels more interactive now because you're kind of engaged.
It's interesting that you say interactive. There's another feature that we have of this, and so I'm just going to come over here because we're in a bit of a noisy environment. I'm going to say Xbox, and it comes up with a menu, and I can say go back, and it selects, and it goes back to the menu. So now I'm using a voice interface that is part of a connected experience again, and I can actually tell the Xbox, I can say cartoon, and it should select the Cartoon Network and take me in. Now, in houses where they have this, what happens is the kids get into shouting matches.
Oh, I bet.
With the Xbox. They say Xbox cartoon, no, Xbox boomerang, and we're going back and forth, and whoever can shout the loudest
wins.
and wins and get the attention of the Xbox, that's who wins.
That's cute. So that's Malcolm Stanley with Verizon Fios and Eric. So now if you shout at your TV during a sports program or your kids talk to the TV, see there's more reason to.
Yeah, it'll actually change the channel at the height of the game, right as they're about to score the touchdown. You're like, no, and then it changes to Cartoon Network.
Change it back. Well, this whole thing of interconnecting with your TV and technology, it's everywhere. Lenovo has a TV that has facial recognition. Now, this is a kind of a family control thing so that when your kid goes up to the TV, if they're underage, you don't want them to watch certain shows, the TV knows it and won't turn it on. Versus the Verizon Fios, they don't have that, but instead their solution is, as a parent, you go in and can lock out certain shows. And then Mercedes is out with a car that has speech recognition to control your car moves.
Listen, anything that takes away a remote I'm a huge fan of.
More, seamless. Well,
right?
Exactly. Even though you do love the remote, but it's nice to have one less thing to have to hold on to be hands-free.
No, I can't tell you how much I'm in. When it comes to, so far what I've heard is the light bulb I'm in, the remote thing I'm in. If there's no remote I'm in, I can't believe how great that would be.
And there is a lot more to talk about, too. When we come back, we're going to talk about this whole, again, the 3D thing. If you don't have a 3D TV, there's a company out with a 3D converter and also a 3D glass-free TV, so you can see the 3D without having to put on those funky glasses. And then later on in the next hour, we're going to talk more about some of the things like, as we probably can't wait to get, the phone or the tablet that is so waterproofed you can go ahead and throw it in the pool and you'll be okay.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see your fashion statement when it comes to your 3D glasses. I don't know what brand you're going to go for. I'm thinking Dior.
Okay, right. Oakley. All right, well, coming up, more fun. Home Wizards, as we love to improve your home and improve your life. Eric Stromer is with me. Cindy Dole here. We're back with more on the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas on KFWB News Talk 980. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great Saturday. It is the afternoon, and we got to give you a heads up that starting next Saturday, Eric Stromer and I will be bringing Home Wizards to you in the morning. So as you are gardening or doing how many times you end up going to those big box stores, we'll be there with you to help improve your home and improve your life. Eric Stromer right now is in the Bayou, up to some good things with a new show that's going to be coming out on A&E, helping people improve their homes. It's a good show, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, it really is. We really take care of some of these folks in need, and we try and find the most attractive houses in the neighborhood and then gussy them up, and boy, they sure end up looking nice at the end.
Neat. Well, you're going to want to, the next shoot that you do, help one of the homeowners with some of these techno toys that we found at the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas this past week. So much to share. So now about the whole 3D thing. Let's say you just have a regular 2D TV, but you have access to getting a 3D TV, and then now what about all those old movies that you have? Maybe it's black and white. Can you experience it in 3D? Well, you betcha.
We're all about what we call video entertainment enhancement products. So we have the world's highest quality 2D video to 3D video converters, and they convert real time while you watch them. And we have models ranging all the way from ones that go in home theater, ones that gamers just die over. They just love them because they can play interactive games with them real time, 1080p. And we have the world's best pop-out video. So almost very few computers actually have video that pops out of the screen.
Wow.
In that booth there, we also have one that works with 3D-ready projectors. And like when you're playing Halo, you know that the little gun barrel
Sure.
you're carrying around in the sight there? If you're standing about 5-6 feet from the screen, that barrel's actually in your hand next to your controller. It's like you're really there, and you're seeing this in 3D. And people go crazy because it's cool immersion interface.
Well, and your face is lighting up like a little kid, so obviously you have this, right? You have this at home?
Well, I do, but mostly it's because I do demos with it.
And so it's very addicting. So when I was talking with one of your colleagues about the whole idea of 3D glasses, right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, for some people it might I don't know, they may irritate their nose, but mainly you kind of get a headache. You feel dizzy sometimes, right?
Well, let me tell you a couple things. One is we have a home theater version, which is explicitly for people that are sensitive to 3D.
Great.
And it does natural scaling 3D. And so it's just beautiful, gorgeous. We find people that say, I can't watch 3D. They watch our home theater version or the first two depth modes on our trainer mid-tier version, and they can watch it, and it's gorgeous. And that level is actually the best for field sports like football or soccer or whatever kind of field sports you look at. It's just great. It's the best football you've ever seen to watch football live in 3D, which you can do with our box.
Isn't that great?
But the gamers, they love the mid-tier exaggerated depth modes, which might bother some people, but they love it. They want pop out as far as they can get it, extreme. They want depth that feels like they're going to fall into the screen, and we can provide that. We've got the highest quality 3D in the industry today. That's what the experts are telling us, from TV manufacturers to movie studios. Our fourth model is a model that we don't sell it, but we actually rent it to movie studios for thousands of dollars a minute because it dramatically speeds up their process to create 3D movies.
So take me back through the process.
And you can have that in your home.
That's amazing. I can imagine. So now, if I don't have a 3D TV yet.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to get your converter that's from what you call 2D, but regular life TV to 3D, you need to have a 3D TV.
Yeah, what we do is we take
a projector.
Yeah, we take 3D and 2D and we turn it into 3D. Now you need something to watch 3D on.
Right.
And
so you take live stuff.
We take live stuff. So you hook up your set-top box, cable, satellite, whatever. You can put your DVD, Blu-ray player on there. You can put your game console on there. You can take your home video. Do you ever take home videos?
Sure.
Of your kids and stuff?
Sure.
You take those same home videos you play through our box. You're watching that in 3D.
Now, can you save it as 3D?
Well, only if you have a way of recording the output.
I guess so.
But you just play it again. You take that box with you, and you can play it in 3D wherever you go on a 3D display.
Wow. And does the color become more vibrant too, in addition to the
colors?
Figures?
No, the color will be the same color, but it'll be pure, beautiful 3D. Lots of depth, good pop out.
So no glasses, no 3D glasses required.
Well, you didn't need the glasses. Is whatever your display requires. So, like a 3D TV needs some way to get left eye to the left eye and right eye to the right eye.
All right.
So you need glasses for most 3D TVs. But if you come walk over here with me...
You have a special TV, I see.
We also have a fifth model we're introducing today.
Hang on a second.
And this model converts 2D to 3D no glasses. So look at that.
Amazing.
That's 3D no glasses. You can see even more over here examples of the 3D no glasses. So look at that. Look at that screen.
Oh, yeah, it really pops. Oh, yeah, I can see it.
So basically, we're completely changing the bar in what 3D is in the industry.
It is totally 3D.
And this is the kind of products we've got today. We've got a whole lineup of products that are going to blow your socks off even after this. Completely changing what people will perceive in 3D.
How do you top it? I mean, you can't. And we got the Victoria's Secret girls too.
We've got huge jumps ahead. Over here, we've got a box we're showing with streaming video.
Sure.
So most young people today, they don't watch cable or satellite. They live on the internet, so they watch all their TV on the internet. So what we're going to do is inside of our box, we're going to put an Android capability. So now you can not only stream internet video through the box and turn it into beautiful natural 3D off the internet, but you can also plug in your TV, your cable, your satellite, all those other things, but you also have internet video turning into 3D. But not only that, because it's Android, you can now run those hundreds of thousands of Android apps, games, and all of that kind of stuff. So from an entertainment and a flexibility, that's a huge step above what exists out there today. Some TVs, they have Netflix apps and they've got Crackle and stuff. But look at what we got when we have Android on there. You've got all of that other stuff, but you've also got all those Android apps.
I want to try with the 3D glasses because now we're looking at an old black and white movie here.
Yeah, that's a 1951 movie playing on this 2D Blu-ray, and you need to step back 6 feet from that particular screen. And you're watching that in 3D.
That's very fun.
Isn't that amazing? And then we've got this other technology over here. Some internet video is low resolution. So we've got this other technology we call Clario. And so that's an original Clario 320 by 240. That's it blowing up. It's ugly. Now watch.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so basically we can take low-res internet video.
Uh-huh.
We can not only blow it up, which would then look bad, but we can
make it crystal clear. Oh, my
make
gosh.
it crystal clear, like
Enhance
HD
it.
quality.
How do you do that?
We use pixies in every one of our box.
Uh-huh.
Pixie magic. So in our converters, we have 27 pixies. In Clario, we have 15. When we combine them, we'll have the sum of the two.
Isn't that just phenomenal? Well, I'm going to check out this black and white movie again. This makes it really fun. I mean, I think this will give kids who don't necessarily like black and white movies a whole new appreciation, right? For all of that classic material.
Yeah, but now watch this come in here.
Sure.
Take a look at a projector.
Okay.
In schools, they've realized that when kids are taught in 3D,
these are special.
different glass, yeah.
Okay.
When kids are taught in 3D, they retain 70% more of the content. So now the schools would
more sensory experience.
Yeah,
Is
more
that
sensory. It keeps their attention longer.
Uh-huh.
So now where the schools...
We're looking at some kind of a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, this is Star Wars. This is 2D Star Wars Blu-ray. Just came out in I think September, October. Mm-hmm. And we play through our little box, and it's 3D Star Wars. Beautiful, natural quality 3D Star Wars.
And it's not hurting my eyes, and it won't.
It's very easy
and it won't
on your eyes.
hurt.
Yep.
Good. So what do you think, Eric? I'm telling you, when I was looking at this 3D TV, made by the company 3D, and with no glasses required, it reminded me of watching the movie Avatar, but here without needing the glasses.
So are you serious? Like you really did register it that much in a 3D experience?
Yes, in the one without the glasses, it popped. I mean, I don't know if I have to have 3D all the time, but it might be kind of fun for certain movies. And then you wonder, well, then does life look boring because it's not as enhanced as this 3D TV stuff? But it was actually pretty cool.
Billy, looks like heads are just kind of hovering in your box. I mean,
no.
Is that specific? I mean, is it that good or
yeah,
what?
I'm looking at flowers and trees and unicorns. It was like that.
Could you imagine like the Maltese Falcon in 3D?
I know.
That great love scene with the steam coming out into your room.
It would be pretty hot. Well, all right. Well, we're going to have more of the cool things that you're going to have to make your home and your life more technically convenient. Best from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Coming your way in Hour 2 of Home Wizards, Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. Austin, could you please lead the way?